like to do that on an 0-2 pitch, it's nearly
To have the
impossible.
cojones to do it.
Exactly right.
And then to know you
Who won?
Okay, we're
So
up.
if these guys,
Who won what?
if they learn to be
We
good
up now?
hitters, not use
We're gonna be up
just
soon.
good
Time. I
hitters,
mean, but we're on the camera. We video.
Yeah, we're on. We're up.
Right. You know what that means, right?
Hey guys, we're up. We're all the
You know what
cameras
that
on.
means. Welcome YouTube. No hype. We got the family in the house. We got James out west in the building.
Hey, hey, hey.
We got my man, Mr. Baseball, Patrick McDonald in the building. It's gonna be
Don't try to shy away in that corner.
It's gonna be a
Don't
great
try
show today. All you baseball heads. I'm going a little Westbrook rant. Seth's gonna do what he's gonna do. Welcome to the No Hype Zone.
You just leave the left
Episode, what
pen
number?
over here.
What number? What
21. This is episode
21.
Wow.
Right?
It all started with an argument. Well, not an argument. Who was your favorite team? 21 later. Here
How
we
much
go.
time do you have left, Cam?
1 minute.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah, so you'll. This is. I wish you guys could hear us on YouTube, but this is you, True Tankless commercial. This is one of our sponsors. So as you heard when the volume got turned up and he says, you know, whatever. So he'll give you a 3-minute countdown, 2-minute countdown, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 20, then 10. When it gets to like 30, we usually try to wrap it up. At 20, we're really wrapping it up. At 10, I try to do my teaser for the next segment
Yeah.
before it cuts out. And it's always like the same, the music will end at the same time for that 10-second run. See this right here, this light right here? When this turns on,
It's live.
It's live.
And then do we have to hit on or that will automatically?
That's all, everything's automatic. Just hit
Everything's
TV button. If you want to talk to Cam back there, just hit the talk back button. If you got a cough, hit the mute button.
Oh, word, okay.
So then you got to talk into the mic. When we were first doing it, we were like off to the side.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna try.
You gotta be like
I'm already
on.
hunkered in.
Yeah, so you got to bring this.
Thank you, everybody. Alice,
gangster.
Chris, everybody. Dan, Travis, the whole family, Kristen, everybody. Patrick is already here. Thank y'all, the wives, everybody, family, friends, for supporting us. Here we go, number 21. We're about to do this thing.
It's 21, man. That's a long time.
21. Let's drop the mic on this thing.
Hey, this podcast is old enough to drink.
That's right. I want y'all to peep the Nikes.
I like
Peep
that.
the Nikes.
And
Nike,
it's
if you're
Wednesday.
watching this, we ready
Wednesday's
for our
First Friday.
commercial.
This is when you have a scotch and you go,
Friday
I love
somewhere.
scotch.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
Unique New York.
Ow now,
Unique
brown cow.
New
Oh,
York.
and I don't want to see no
Ow
more of
now,
this.
brown cow.
Bah, I saw that last week.
That was
You
for you.
didn't have
That
that.
was for you.
LeBron retired that, just like he retired
Michael used to,
23.
all right, let me do my mic.
Ooh, this is Mike.
That's what Mike
Mike.
used to do. Michael Jordan.
This is Mike True.
No,
Turf.
Mike did this.
Artificial breath.
Oh,
Push-off
Mike,
move.
artificial
Bye.
breath.
Yeah,
Push-off
yeah,
move.
yeah.
That's what Mike did.
Stop that push-off stuff. We're not going to
Push-off
have that
move.
cussing in this.
It was
this
legal.
stereo.
They used to throw elbows too, but it was a push-off move.
That's some crap.
Very good push-off.
You just helped him along.
I
You
think
just
we're
helped
ready.
him along.
We're going to get ready here.
It's about that time, y'all.
Probably the last commercial.
Here we go. We're going to go platinum right here, y'all. Let's do this thing. This is how we do. You ready, Seth?
Do this, baby.
Let's do this,
That's what
dog.
we do.
Let's
That's what
do
we
this.
do.
You ready,
Hey, I bet
James?
you, yeah, I
ready,
bet you this
P?
stat I got on Shane
ready,
Bieber,
Master P?
your buddy doesn't know.
Y'all going to love
You
it.
might.
Because it's a
You
little
might.
trinket.
Love it.
Hey, listen. So the ESPYs need to have us next
Cam,
year.
Dennis is going to call, hopefully, eventually.
And we got another caller. Just say I forgot the dude's name, but we're gonna have another caller. I don't know. It's Jana's.
A
Jana's
random guy.
Yeah, well, he plays AAA baseball. It's Jana's brother. She just ain't texting me the information.
Eric Chavez.
We on.
Eric Chavez's brother, Casey.
No, Casey ain't doing that.
Can't
Casey,
you call it?
Casey
Thanks for watching and listening.
I need to meet up with him, bro.
Nike no hype. Nike, look at the bag. Let y'all know Nike.
They're going to demonetize this on YouTube.
Guys ready?
Yeah, you kind of need to represent Nike. They don't have enough advertising.
All right.
You are moving into the show of both hype and no hype. A mention of both facts and fandom. You have crossed over into the No Hype Zone with Seth and Lance. Sponsored by True Tankless Water Heater. Now here are your hosts, Seth and Lance.
Welcome, everybody, into the No Hype Zone. I am Seth.
This is Lance.
Today, we have two special guests with us. We have Patrick, who trains with us at our studio, and our boy James, with James Out West. Big Cleveland Indians nerd. Patrick, you guys have heard Patrick because he calls in every single week for the patriotism segment.
Big San Diego Padres nerd.
Yes,
There
big
you have
time.
it. There you have it.
So, but before we get into our baseball rant and hype, Lance, you have something you want to get off your chest, buddy?
I need to get this off my
It's
chest.
been irking you.
I need to get this off my back. I need to get this off my thighs. It's been a tough week.
How come?
Well, everybody know that I'm the biggest Russell Westbrook fan in the universe. Yes, I'm not scared to say it. That's my favorite player. That's my Sith of this era right now. It was Michael at one time. It was Kobe at another time. Now it's Russell.
That's what I was
What?
about to say, selfish players.
Well, see, that's fine.
Go ahead.
That's
Go ahead.
fine. They Siths. That's why I call them
Yeah,
Sith.
yeah.
Everybody,
Finish up.
they're not regular. They're not regular. They come from another planet. I don't know what mighty chlorine or whatever that is that creates them. They're not human. Make a long story short, I don't really like all the negativity that's going on with Russell. It's been said that Kevin Durant didn't want to play with him by his business manager. It never came out by Kevin Durant himself. It said Paul George didn't want to play with him. Paul George didn't want to do anything to, mess up Russell's name. So I think that's fake news when you start talking about that, you can't play with Russell. Who wouldn't want to play with a player that gives you 1,000%? Yeah, he needs to be in a better system. He never had the discipline from any of the coaches of OKC, never really helped him out. He was a two-guard that got converted into a point guard. So with that being said, that's no hype. Hype-wise, yeah, he definitely needs to play in a system that can help him elevate his game.
Where?
I'm thinking my three choices is, first one is, of course, my number one choice is Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I want him here. I
Is
want
that
him here.
biased?
Yes, that's all hype.
Okay.
And but think about it. Larry Fitzgerald is the biggest thing out here in
Cool.
Arizona. You bring Russell out here, it'll light it up.
Yes,
Hopefully
sir.
you'll bring more celebrities here. You got Booker, who's a bona fide assassin. He can shoot from everywhere.
Have to give him up to get him, right?
Well, he leads the league in assists.
But you got to give him up to get Westbrook.
No, I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think so. And James, you just said that. You don't have to do that. And
Okay.
if you got Aiden, now you got a big three, and I at least predict them being 7th in the Western Conference playoffs. Just like that, by adding Westbrook. That's
Monty
my
Williams
first.
is no joke.
And Monty Williams, he has a relationship with Monty Williams. Him and Monty Williams, he played his best ball with Monty Williams. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to go ahead and confess.
Who's
I
number
sent
two?
Russell a DM, a direct message on Instagram.
He showed it to me on Instagram.
I told Seth this. I did this.
Grassroots movement.
Yep, I did it on Sunday morning. So Russell, if you're hearing this, I did this. I sent him one and explained to him how great it would be for him to be in Phoenix. And then I did it again on Monday, hoping that he didn't make his decision. But the second team I would like to see him play in, just because he needs to be in the system to grow, is Miami. Who else better than Pat Riley to take him to another level?
Is he going to play well
Him
with
and Jimmy Butler?
Him and Jimmy Butler, but in Pat Riley's system. And that's the strong point. Pat Riley knows how to make a champion. So I like that. And Spoelstra, that would be awesome for him to learn and grow. They may not win the championship, but he'll be a good team. The third one, just so I can get this off, would be Philadelphia. And a lot of people didn't see that one coming. I know him and Embiid got some bad blood, but you insert him with Ben Simmons and Embiid, now they
But then
take
you
him.
have two non-shooters on the team.
Yeah, well, no, that's not fair, Seth.
That's
And
not
I know
an
where
issue.
you was going to.
That's not an issue. You have a guy that shoots twice as much as he should.
See, you know.
It's a
I-
perfect fit. No, it makes sense.
See, this is why I'm crying.
That's the whole point.
But Ben Simmons
That's the
can't
whole
shoot
point.
outside of 8 feet of the rim.
Correct. So you put him within 8 feet, and then you let Russell Westbrook run around circles.
Put Russell back in his true position, which is two guard.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
Exactly.
can't
You
play
just
off
say
the
it
ball.
better
He
than I
needs
do.
the ball in his hands.
Correct.
But he can if you give him a coach and you give him a system.
So there's Simmons 15 points a game with all the dimes, comes from
Exactly.
Westbrook.
And you got two guards that can give you that. So that's my three teams, but Phoenix is definitely my number one team. And, it's going to be a change up. So I guess, OKC, I'm going to love them because my in-laws is out there. And my family, I'm not going to call them in-laws, my family is out there. Congratulations to my brother-in-law for just having a baby too. So I just want to give that shout out. But other than that, hey, that's off my chest. Let's go into this baseball, bro.
Well, if you like or don't like what Lance just said, you can follow us on Twitter at the No Hype Zone. That is kNOW. This is also a live call-in show, 602-260-1060. So we're going to put that part of the NBA to bed. We probably won't talk about NBA again for A little bit.
Seconds.
A little bit. You probably can't help yourself, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But which is A-okay. But we brought these two guys in to talk baseball. We're all big baseball nerds in here. I know, Patrick, you are the biggest baseball nerd I've ever met in my life, which is great. I love talking with you at work, which is fantastic. James, big Cleveland Indians nerd, which is awesome. I want to start with this home run derby. Dennis, I know we have you on hold. I want to keep you there just for a second. We're going to bring you in soon. But this home run derby, that was exciting. That's what baseball needed. A lot of drama. What's his name there? Vlad Guerrero Jr. That was, remember last week we talked about that?
Man.
Yes. You were like, hey, your top three are so-and-so, so-and-so. And I was like, don't take my guy.
Vlad.
That was Vlad. Awesome. That 3 overtime with Jock Peterson, so much fun to watch.
Yeah,
Talk to me, Patrick.
screaming at the TV, just praying that the Dodgers did not win that. Pete Alonso could keep going. Like Bell, he did well. It gives people a chance to look at all these different players. So a lot of these guys you don't get to see in the other cities. So getting to watch Pete Alonso come alive and triple his salary for the season, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's
Well, what is he making? What's his salary then?
$550K.
And he made $1 million, right?
He made $1 million on that
Attaboy.
day. Sweet.
Attaboy. I do want to say, Dennis, who is on hold right now, he told me to pick him up for my fantasy team at the beginning of the season. Thank you, sir. You're doing me a favor. I love it.
Dennis's word.
Yes. A lot of those guys, the average age for that home run derby, 25 years old.
The
Great
game's
for the
in good
youth
hands.
movement.
The game is in good hands.
Yes.
All these
Yes.
young cats hitting the ball a ton, making it fun, seeing their faces.
Bat flips.
Yep.
Love it.
Why you gotta say that?
I know you don't like it.
You even have bad form on a bat flip.
Well, I learned from you, man.
No, you did not learn the bat flip from me. No, put it down very nicely like Lance Berkman and run around the bases like you've done it before.
I love the backflip.
But he's never done it before.
The bat torpedo too. Tim Anderson.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. All we need is this home run selfie. That's all we need is the home run selfie.
Yes. Last thing in that home run derby, there's a big question now. Are the balls juiced? I know Verlander went off on Manfred
Love
in Major
Verlander.
League. Here's my take on that. We don't know if the ball is juiced, but there's one way to find out. Just open it up. Cut it open. Can't you just compare it with another baseball?
Who was that manager that one
they
time
have
he put his
scientifically. Yeah, it's not huge difference in the composite of it. Sometimes they change the hardcore just a little bit, the live ball error type stuff. But the fact of the matter is you have a pitcher going, this ball is jumping off people's bats. I think he's given up 26 bombs this year.
Most of the majors.
Verlander, right? And
Most of the
then,
majors have given up.
and then you don't
first half of the season.
Wow.
You don't hear a single hitter going, man, I'm horribly horrified at how far these balls are traveling. There's not a hitter saying anything. They're enjoying this right now. So everywhere is Colorado right now. It's pretty nice.
It is a nice place to hit balls.
Wasn't it a couple of 10 years ago? It was a coach or manager who was able to put his hands in a bag of balls and he was able to pick the balls that was juiced. It was like 10, 12 years ago. I can't remember the manager's name, but I thought I heard it on ESPN.
Yeah, that's probably more story than anything. But one of the biggest things this year that's different is they're changing the AAA baseball. So now they're using regular Major League baseballs instead of having a cheaper version of it. So that when they go from triples to the pros, they have the same baseball each year. They don't have to adjust to the difference. So there are differences in what's going on, but the majority of it to me is figuring out how to launch the ball at the right angle for a short porch in every field. And you have pitchers throwing 100 miles an hour all the time, missing the spots.
And that's my no hype on the balls being juiced is that, like you said, the launch angles are different. Guys are changing their swings to hit it out. They're trying to hit out of the shift. Only way to do that is to put it over the shift, or like Matt Carpenter did, was bunt down the third base line, but guys aren't doing that anymore.
Yeah, I also saw a triples hitter hit an opposite field bomb. So, you know what I mean? There's some things going on when you can hit the ball 420 feet.
So
in
you
San
think they're
Francisco, in San Francisco, in the gap, a singles double hitter hits the ball 420 feet in the air and barely gets a triple. But, I mean, just crushes the ball.
Here's a direct quote from Manfred, the commissioner of MLB, saying there's going to be variation in the baseballs from year to year. I mean, that's just the reality.
Yeah, that's no hype.
That's fact. He's saying there is a variation in baseballs, and they have a wide range. I was listening this morning. They're talking about there's a wide range that they can do and change the ball. And Verlander's probably right. They're doing something.
Sure.
They're trying to get these young kids back into baseball. Nobody wants to see a 1-0 game.
Bring in a
Instead of
casual fan.
sticking the needle in your leg, you just put it between the seams.
See, And that's no
Juice.
hype. That's
That
no
is
hype or hype.
Juice.
Is that hype or no hype?
I don't know. I don't get to pitch in Major League Baseball. I
See.
couldn't tell you the difference. You know what I mean? But when a professional player, not many of them are barking about it. You know what I mean? But a really good pitcher who goes into the All-Star game and shuts people down and goes, "Hey, check this baseball."
But he wasn't the only guy to shut people down. In the
True
All-Star
story.
game.
True story. There were less home runs.
Do you know who else shut people down in the All-Star game?
Beebs.
My man Shane Bieber.
Shane Bieber.
Yep.
I'm glad that he actually won the MVP because we actually have coming up next, Shane Bieber's personal agent is on the line. This is fantastic. I cannot wait to talk to him. He is a guru when it comes to contracts and all the nuanced contracts that people don't know about. So he's going to come in and talk with us in this next segment about that. Congrats to Pete Alonso. Again, just wrapping up the home run derby debate. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
It's a great start to the No Hype Zone.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Next, Dennis in the No Hype Zone. Thanks for listening. It's a little early.
15+ years of national and
Not bad.
job, yeah.
We're just kind of, getting the feel for each other, which is good. So we're going to bring him in right out of the gate.
Sure.
So we're going to be like, hey,
Let him know. Text him real quick. Say we bring him in.
I can't. Do you have his number?
I don't.
I don't have his number. Dang, he's still on hold.
Damn camera. Just bring him
Then
in.
Can you tell Dennis we're going to bring him in right at the next segment? Thoughts. So this next segment's going to be all contracts. So anybody's contract you want to talk about, or the trade deadline coming up. Who do you guys think is going to be traded?
Well, do you think I could get him on the radio to say that he's going to trade Bieber to the Padres next year?
Do that. I think
Can I,
you should.
can I get him in a corner in some way, shape, or form? Like I'll wash his car every day.
Say
What do we
that.
got to do, Dennis? Free training coming.
Or you can always go up to La La Land.
Stop talking.
Stop it. He's
Stop.
going
Yeah,
nowhere.
you need another player.
I'm just saying.
That's what you need.
Yes, I do.
That's what you
He's
need.
going
I do.
Yeah.
It's no hype.
Yeah.
I
He's
do.
staying exactly where he needs to be.
I need another pitcher. I mean, for the
Don't
World
worry,
Series,
LeBron
man.
James is going to come out and pitch in the
That's
in
cool.
the
I take
playoffs.
LeBron. I take LeBron. You see
Kershaw's
what we
just
got to
gonna
deal
switch it
with.
up.
See, I don't need this abuse. Just because I'm passionate about my team, I got somebody that just wants to knock us down. You're still recording, so you can talk to the camera. Patrick, this is what normally Seth would tell me to make sure I'm texting Patrick.
Yeah, right.
The
Right.
fifth.
So,
Yeah.
It ends
hey,
up
you
being-
guys out there, YouTube, we still want your superhero analogies. Please like, subscribe, share
Yeah.
the No Hype Zone. Any suggestions for topics for the shows, we definitely can use them.
Yeah, you got roughed
We
up.
wouldn't mind talking about it, so just please on the Twitter page, you want
It was a
to
better
plug the
team.
Twitter page real
and then
quick?
he lights
Just
out.
No Hype
He
Zone,
had, like,
kNOW,
against the
Hype
team
Zone.
he was playing.
Give us your thoughts, your comments, what you want to hear, what you want to talk about.
You saw
Okay.
this.
So who's our new sponsors? Want
It's
to
like
thank
an
True
84 mile an
Tankless.
hour.
How much time left?
Just
Yeah.
dropping it in.
Yeah, and the fastball they say is hard to pick up. They can't see it out of his hand, so it takes
Who
him
we
a
got,
while,
True
jumps on
Tankless?
it. So it's like a
Tell
95,
you, yeah,
but it's
but
not.
it's 8.
So he has really good accuracy.
He's ridiculous.
That's key.
Jeanette,
Did he
you can't hear
Go,
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
For you, Jeanette.
Go, Jeanette, you
in
on.
college?
Hey, so will anybody's contract that's up, or like we're talking about that Acuna contract, right? That was too early, right?
Who's that guy to Hello Handsome? I like that, Jeanette.
I'm not gonna ask him anything specific about Cleveland because I don't want to. Like, what do you think about Lindor? Like, I don't think
Well,
that
his-
there's
I
certain
think his
things
guys
you can't
are-
really.
These guys are
He
Bieber. I
won't say
think
anything.
Alonso's his guy.
He won't say anything.
Okay, I'm just saying because I don't want to
Yeah.
like
Right,
put him in a
he's
corner
used
where I
to
have to
that.
ask
He's
him a
done it
question.
before. He's
Okay.
like, we got a guy in a pipeline. I can't talk about it. And it was like
Yeah.
Nolan Arenado. When he's
Okay.
like 10
Yeah,
minutes later, he's
yeah, the
like,
deal was being
You know
done.
you
and
being
we're like,
recorded,
dude,
right?
what do you
I'm
think
just
was
trying to
doing?
say
I
that
was
so
like-
you're saying
Yeah,
no,
it.
but that's okay
I'm not
because it already
saying
happened.
anything.
It already
Yeah.
happened.
So like 10
So
minutes later, he's like,
All right,
so
so
I can tell
our
you
sponsors,
Yeah, I just wanted to be
let's thank
cognizant
our
of that.
sponsons real quick. Don't forget to thank the sponsors,
the
RJ,
first time I chat
Jeanette,
with
and
the
we gotta
guy,
thank
it'd be like,
Artificial
yep,
Turk.
just some
Gotta
bullshit
keep
questions.
stacking those guys. Thank you guys.
I like
Because of
them
you,
to be
we able
nice.
to do this show. Thank you
And then
guys
He's
a
a cool
lot.
dude, man. I've said some ridiculous stuff to him. He's like, no, it's not really how it works. This
How
is
much
this,
time
this,
left,
this."
Cam?
I'm like,
And I'm a big, but see, I never played baseball.
Let's get it. 2 seconds, fellas.
I got into it from a analytical.
sure.
Lance, is this you that picks the music every
Of
week?
course, of course, of
Atta
course.
boy.
You know your boy.
Everybody, thanks for listening. You are in the No Hype Zone. We want to thank True Tankless Water Heater. We want to thank Wallflower Beauty Supply. We want to thank Mike over at the Artificial Turf Store for helping us out. Okay, so this is a great. I've been looking forward to this segment for a long time here. We have Dennis. Dennis, are you there?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Seth? How you doing, guys?
Hey, Dennis.
Dennis in the house.
How's it going?
My man. Hey, Dennis, everybody just got off the plane from Cleveland, where his guy,
Big time.
Shane Bieber, is the MVP. I saw that on your Instagram. That was awesome. Dennis is Shane's agent. Who else do you represent?
Yeah, we have a couple of young guys and actually one older guy, a reliever, 2-1-0, a reliever with the Rockies, and Yancy Almonte, another pitcher with the Rockies, and a couple guys with the Mariners. So we're a young agency, but I don't know if you're familiar, if your audience is familiar with Roadhouse Sports, but we've been around for
Next question,
a while
please.
now.
I need my shirt, Dennis, please.
You do. That's the first thing I thought of when I got off the plane. I didn't know I
You got it, brother. I've been waiting on my shirt. I'll see you soon.
We'll trade shirts.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Dennis, how did you pick Shane? How did you scout him? What was the, process behind that?
I'll give you the short version because obviously the part that I'm processing is what seems to be the overnight success, right? And truly how long ago it started, which was his senior year of high school, meeting and just casually chatting with him, saying he had a bright future and would love to keep in touch. He thankfully went to college and had a great career at UC Santa Barbara, where we kept in touch, and he continued to develop. I think what you're seeing now is something that started back then, where he became a pro and started to understand the work necessary, and thankfully he was selected by a great developing team, and the stars aligned, and here we are, but to say that it's a surprise would be shortchanging Shane, just because I've known the work that he's been putting in for years, and to say I knew he was going to be an all-star game MVP, I see it, of course,
Right.
but yeah, nobody deserves it more because this guy's been putting in time for years and has always believed in himself at the highest level, and accolades are really new to him, and that's the part I'm most excited about for him, because he deserves a little bit of the recognition, which, as we all know, as professionals, we don't always get. So I'm just happy for him on that side, and having seen it firsthand, I can say confidently he deserves it.
What's one of those things you saw coming out of him when he was coming out of high school, when you saw him developing in college and everything else, that you saw was going to be something that to take him into the higher levels, to get him into the minors, to get him into the pros? Like you said, not necessarily to be all of a sudden an all-star overnight, MVP. That's pretty impressive. But like you said, when you work hard, luck happens. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things, you can see that coming down the pipeline. But what did you see in him when he was raw, when he was young?
Yeah, no, great question. First and foremost was his support team. Somebody's got to get you out of bed sometimes and get you going. And he definitely has that with his family. And coming in and joining that group and their mentality as a family, which is obviously established much longer before I get there. It's truly refreshing. So it becomes focusing on baseball because he understands life at a young age, relatively speaking.
And then
the thing that I noticed was his attention to detail at an early age. It matters. The easiest way I can put it would be from high school. We were talking about an inning, let's say, worth of pitches where he had a mistake here and there, and it kind of got away from him. When he got to minor league baseball, that became, let's say, 10 pitches, 15 pitches a game. And you guys saw last night. I don't know if there was a bad pitch.
yeah, everything was a purpose pitch. He got to a full count because he wasn't going to give up. He wasn't going to give in, and then gets that K on 2-2, 3-2, 2-2. Like, just impressive. Like, he's not scared to throw an off-speed pitch, 2-2, 3-2. That's impressive.
3 Ks, right?
So how do you get him from that junior a kid from the junior college, high school into college level? Where do we start talking contracts? Because we had talked to you before in the gym, just rat racing about how it's a process of years of going through the pipeline. he's an MVP of the All-Star game making minimum or pretty darn close, you know what I mean? So when do we start getting into the contracts and give this kid what he deserves?
I think on my side, it's truly daily. You're tracking it daily. Every accolade, every stat that he puts up will ultimately matter once we get closer to arbitration here, which for him, as crazy as it sounds, is 3 years away until these guys actually have an opportunity to make, significant money.
Yep.
So it is well earned.
That's when he signs with the Padres.
Trying to look for
I'm not biased.
Oh,
That's
the
not
Dodgers,
hyped at all.
'cause he got about
It's a
3.
great place to go. Just
Yeah.
saying.
He's on pace for about 300 strikeouts this season already. He's at 141 right now.
Wow.
ERA is down, 8-3. He's on pace. So when he comes to the Dodgers, we need that to happen. I'm just letting you know that.
Well, yeah, the contract part is somewhat secondary. As you guys know, like I keep referencing the work that
Of
needs
course.
to be done, is they are not giving away these contracts. Right?
Nope.
So when I said earlier, it's just detail and focus. He's very present in his craft and what he does, and never tends to get ahead of himself. Especially he was called up on his birthday last year at 23. Should have been in the big league at 22, but the rules, I like to say, prevented him from doing that. And you're seeing what he's capable of at 24 already. And as I said earlier, it's just not. It didn't happen overnight. But that's why I'm excited to see where he takes this thing. Because the contract part takes care of itself when you show up to work.
Yes, sir.
Every 5 days, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dennis, got a question for you. You've been with him since he was in high school. I mean, that's a testament to your drive to be the best at what you do. Are you like that with every prospective client, or is this something that you just saw an interest in him specifically?
Yeah, I mean, Seth and Patrick know how many workouts I give.
We miss you, man. We really do.
That's usually because I'm giving that this level of effort to everyone. First and foremost would be my family, of course, but the second, most important clients to my kids and my wife would be, my family that I would call my clients. It's just you spend too much time with these guys, and you do put too much effort, or at least I do, into what I do and how it's done over such a long period of time. You truly have to enjoy these guys.
So you like a modern day Jerry Maguire.
Well, they do. I mean, I've been thankful enough to be around it for a long time, and I've seen guys go from teenagers with no girlfriend to married men in their 30s with kids. And that's a cool thing to see. I've experienced it myself, and those are not the same young men as they were at the beginning. So it's important you're involved and have a good communication with them, and you grow with them.
Baseball's life.
That's right. We're going to get into that in the last segment. Dennis, question for you. A while ago, we were talking about that Ronald Acuna contract. We were talking about it's not good, correct?
Well, in his case, I think man to man, it would be tough to sell any 21-year-old $100 million isn't enough money for you. But I think that's the part that you guys were talking about earlier, young players in this game. There's some recent articles came out about the future of the game and where it's headed. Acuna, he can say he has his money and whatnot, but I do know there's a group of players, young players, that are charging towards this CBA thing in a couple of years head on.
What's going on with the CBA?
What's that?
What is going to go on with the CBA?
With the renegotiation.
Right.
After 2020, some of these rules we're talking about preventing young players from getting to the big leagues, and you guys said it earlier, Alonso tripled his salary, won the home run derby, he's an all-star, and he's the lowest paid guy on the field.
Won't get paid for a couple more years.
Yeah, won't get paid. So it's kind of on its head compared to other sports, being that the stars have to accumulate, whereas in other sports they project stars. He's going to be a star.
The earlier contracts haven't quite caught up with the rest of the league. Right? These guys are getting into the big leagues at younger age, but they're not getting paid at the younger age, so that hasn't caught up yet.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So the Acuna thing is one thing, and like I
It's not that much.
Are pulling for everyone
Yep.
to raise the ceiling.
Hey, Dennis, I wanted you to know the rarefied air that Shane is in as the All-Star MVP as a pitcher. Mariano Rivera, 2013. Pedro Martinez, 99. Clemens, 86.
Nice.
Just a little nugget to hold on to for when the negotiations come up.
19.
Thank you. That'll be relevant in our prediction.
100%. Anything I can do to help out my tribe.
Yeah, he got the hat on right now. You should see him with the hat on right now.
Anything you need. You need waters, you need car washed. I'm still in. You're not getting them to the. I'll do whatever Pat says he's going to do. Double that. Keep him there.
James is a Cleveland fan.
Yeah, please wear it proud today, especially.
Oh, I do every day, brother.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go. Dennis, can you stick around for another segment, or are you? I know you just got off a plane. On.
Yeah, I haven't slept in a couple days.
Yes. Ride that high, brother.
Right on. If you can, then stick around for just one more segment. I know you just got off a plane and whatnot. Appreciate you hanging out with us here in the No Hype Zone. Coming up next, more of Dennis, the agent of Shane Bieber. Stay tuned.
MVP.
Nice.
Yeah, so I want him to get into. You know, we're talking about like the pennies on a dollar, like Dallas Keuchel, right, was worth X amount of dollars. Like I wanted him to get into that part. So what question can we prompt him? I don't want to keep him maybe like half the next segment. If you guys are okay with that?
Yeah.
I gotta prompt him to be like, hey, we're talking about Dallas Keuchel, so I'll be like, hey, a lot of people listening don't know how contracts work. Like, give us like a inside look at, give us your take on Dallas Keuchel this year.
Well, you had talked about Acuna. You didn't give him any detail.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you got to lead him into a
Yeah.
detail because he's not going to offer all of the specifics because
Right.
those are what gets him paid better than somebody else.
Okay.
So he's not going to give away every angle, but like he keeps giving you the work.
Yeah.
So that's going to lead right into my baseball as life. I'm going to tell you, like, this is life. This is not Instagram where you can put a video up and get 100,000 looks.
Yeah.
Like, you got to put in a lot of work for 3 or 4 years to get paid.
I was gonna say, just like we asked Gavin at the end, like give these young guys who are listening out there a word of advice. Like our last question for him would be like, hey,
Sure.
what can you say to these guys to like help them out instead of trying to be all Instagram and all that crap. So I guess I'll prompt him with, hey, earlier we were talking, so Dennis, give us a little inside look or an inside scoop at how contracts work. So for example, Dallas wasn't signing earlier this year. Why is that? Like, what was his market? He thought his market value was higher than it really was, but teams weren't really sitting on it. But teams had the money, they just weren't pulling the trigger. That's what he was telling us. So, like, I need to prompt him with that, or unless you want to prompt him with that, because you
There's
got
a
really
cool
good.
one where they had a stat on.
True Tankless.
They had a stat on a team that was out like 5 games right now, 5 games, 6 games back, and if they'd have picked up Keuchel or another pitcher, then they probably would have made up those 5 to 8 wins. How much is a win worth to you
Yeah.
in money? And that would have ended up being like $1 million a win. Well, when you think about the grand scheme of a team, if you win 90 or 100 games, it's a pretty good deal. $100 million team, like
Yeah.
that's my Padres.
Right.
You can't win 100 games
No.
because you're playing against the $200 million.
Yep.
So you can only buy you so much before you have a 5th and 6th and 7th starter waiting for those first 2 or 3 guys to get hurt
That's the
and
try.
then pick it up. So
What's his rotation?
we've had a lot of young talent, but we haven't had the old guys.
Hold on real quick. So after we get off the phone with Dennis, we'll just get into the preview of our second half if you guys want.
Okay.
So hopefully
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
be the second half of this third segment.
Okay.
Then we can bleed that into the final segment, and then we'll go baseball is life. And you can go you ever talk much? I want to give you some.
No, we're good. We're
Talk
good.
to me about
I
that.
did think, because obviously there was a little bit of NFL news today, so I don't know if we want to.
Sure.
Especially it's local, it's Cardinals.
we can
so
plug that
I figure
real
I'll
quick.
throw some of that bullshit
Yeah.
in there.
But isn't it crazy like how fast like these segments go? It's like
Actually, I thought it was gonna be faster, to be honest.
No,
Like
yeah,
it's going
I'm in
pretty
slow
smooth.
motion.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It doesn't seem like it's.
I thought we were done.
Where's
hold on, let's see how much time is left. How much time?
rotation?
He was the 5th. He's the 5 starter.
Because Carrasco is not pitching, right?
So.
Yeah, the dude got sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can talk about that too. Carrasco, the liner, Carrasco, because he came out for the All-Star game.
Welcome back into the No Hype Zone. We still have Dennis here on the line. Dennis, I know you're a busy guy. I just have one or two questions left for you. This next question is, earlier this year we were talking about that Dallas Keuchel situation and just the contract and why he wasn't signing. Give us a little insight, if you can, to the viewers and the listeners out there who don't have that insight, because I was like, hey, why isn't Dallas signing with the team, all that stuff. So give us your take on that. I remember we had a nice long conversation about that, so if you can just take us back to that and how contracts work.
It's really like a suppression of the high talent, and it starts with the draft, right? So the reason Keuchel was not valued appropriately, teams are now valuing draft picks and prospects at a higher level if he's presenting that to the public than the established, proven Cy Young caliber player, which is Keuchel, right? So the teams accrue draft picks based on free agency and what happens in free agency every year, and essentially teams are selling the fact that they're going to give an 18-year-old $2 million, and in 6 years that guy will be the face of their franchise. That's why we're not going to sign Dallas Keuchel right now.
Right.
So just stand pat, everybody. But in 6 years, we're going to give you your money's worth when you come to the stadium. I don't know if that's the best value for fans when they show up to the stadium, because I think one of the ways I've always put it was, you want to see Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts when you go watch a movie.
All right.
That's what you're paying for. So
There you go.
It's really suppression beginning with the draft, undervaluing players, really, underpaying them, which they ultimately get through the big leagues, being undervalued every step of the way. Pete Alonso, I believe, was a 4th rounder. Shane Bieber was a 4th rounder. And, they got there in 3 years and they weren't given the money immediately. So, again, the return on what was perceived as the investment early on, those 1st and 2nd rounders, and I'm not speaking about everyone, obviously, but
Those are the ones they're taking all the risk at.
yeah.
All the risk goes into their money. So these large contracts, to me, seem like that's kind of, everybody was waiting on Manny, everybody was waiting on Harper, and all these smaller guys couldn't fill in the gaps. They couldn't sign those contracts. The younger guys, they get stuck down in the minors for longer. They come up for a couple of weeks at a time and shine. Everybody gets to see them. They get popular, and then they get traded or paid by another team.
Right. Being part of a huge football agency like we are, I always talk about the other sports, and we're all welcome in basketball and in football, for example, they can, they're non-guaranteed contracts, but there is a term that they can use. I'm not aware of it right now, but there's a difference in the type of contract they can get, and if they can show up for 1 week, they get paid for the year. Whereas a relief pitcher goes 3 innings one night, they'll send them back down to the minor leagues because they can't use him tomorrow night, and he's not getting paid for that month he gets sent back.
Yep.
So it takes usually 3 years. It takes about 5 years to make 3 years
Yeah.
in baseball. You need 172 days, counts as a year. That's a long haul.
Absolutely.
Minor league started back in Little League, this is not an instant success thing in baseball.
And that's the kind of thing that our viewers out there, our listeners, don't know, which is great, which is why part of the reason why we wanted you on the show.
Hey Dennis, question: do you feel, or how's your take on the new hard trade deadline this year versus years past, where teams are out of it, and all of a sudden the guy slips through, like Josh Donaldson last year to the Indians, just kind of slipped through at the end, nobody noticed. Do you think there'll be a melee of things happening, or do you think the first year people are going to kind of stand pat?
I'm not exactly. I'm excited to see how it goes myself, but I'm anticipating a bigger black and white scenario. Being, if you're in, you're going to go all in. If you're out, you might see 25 teams. We have 20 teams go out here at the end of July, and it just becomes very simple to know who the best teams are. I don't know because of that hard deadline where that extra month, right, or so, a couple of weeks was changed things and kept teams alive if they wanted to make that trade. It's never been utilized to the full extent, so I can't say it's going to change too much, but I do think it's going to be it's going to be a pretty visible line to see who's in and who's going for it and who's not.
Now, do you stick specifically with just baseball as your clients? Because I know, like you said, Rosenhouse Sports, they represent everybody. Do you dive into that, or looking forward to having a diversified portfolio, so to speak?
Yeah, I think I would love to. I mean, I'm pretty well versed in most sports. Growing up as an athlete myself, and baseball's my passion. You know, baseball's what I've always loved and understand and appreciate. So, you know, there's no plans right now to do other sports, but you can't rule it out. You know, that's the cool part about working through is he's been the number one football agent for 30 years now, and he's trying to take over something else. So that's what our goal is in baseball, and I'm happy to do it with the Rosenhouse brothers, giving them a new lane to fill up. You know.
Nice. Dennis, one last question for you, sir. Any advice to these young guys in high school, you know, juniors and seniors in high school that are getting prospected by all these major league teams? What can you tell them for their future?
Yeah, one foot in front of the other every day. It is baseball is going to take you on a lot of twists and turns. It's in the baseball community. It's widely known as a pay-to-play sport, being that early on you're paying to be a part of a travel ball team or you know, pursuing a school, and then even in the minor leagues you're not making money, so your parents, your agents are often supporting you. So understanding the plan is the most important part. Who are you? Who do you want to be? And get to work on that person, that player, on and off the field. The baseball part ends up being probably the easiest part because that's the part you've worked at for 20 years. The part that is the most difficult to handle is the off the field. You're not prepared to everything that comes with being an all-star MVP. You probably won't be. You'll probably fall short of that goal if that's the goal. So whatever that goal is playing the big league or being a pro, getting to pro ball or college, understanding what that takes, putting in the work to do that, and feeling good about where you end up, not just ending up somewhere you are where you're supposed to be. So that's usually it's such a long haul that you can't let it go to chance over that long period of time because you'll definitely end up in the wrong place.
Yes, sir.
So get your plan together and go. It always changes, but get it together and go.
If you're out there, Dennis will find you. Dennis, hey man, appreciate you calling in the show. Are you training this week?
I'd love to.
All right, so that's a
Boy,
large
I'll be there,
or
man. You
extra
can train
large
3 straight
t-shirt.
hours. Rosenhouse Sports. I'm telling you, man, this guy is word. Listen up.
Yes, sir. Dennis, you the man, man.
If you want to prep for the major leagues, come to Alice Performance Training. That's where we all work.
I love it.
Dennis, I love it, man. We'll see you soon, my friend. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks,
All right,
Dennis.
thanks,
Thanks,
Dennis.
Dennis.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
All right.
Likewise. All right, guys. So next, let's preview the second half of baseball here. I do want to say the team in the lead right now in the National League, the Dodgers, unfortunately, are unfortunately for my friend Patrick over here. They look like they're running away with the National League. Does anybody
Running.
else? Do you guys think anybody
They
else
don't
can catch
run
them?
at all.
It's Usain Bolt.
They don't
That's
have
the
to
best
run.
description right now. We got Usain Bolt sighting right now. It's the Dodgers. Boom.
Running all the way to a World Series loss.
See, you didn't have to go there. I'm trying to be optimistic. It's a
He
hard week.
bleeds Dodger blue every
It's
World
hard
Series
week.
they lose.
OKC is breaking up. Now you want to come take shots at me about the Dodgers. That's
Don't worry
okay.
about OKC. They don't play in LA.
See, we're gonna talk about the Dodgers being in the lead right now. Let's stay focused, and that's hype. And no hype at the same
Just
time.
mad they lost 3 out of 4 to the Padres. Only 14 and a half.
All
back.
right, let's get back on track
So,
now.
so you're
Let's-
saying there's a chance.
Wait, who's 14 and a half back? The Padres are 14 and a half back?
14 and a half
with a
games back.
$300 million
The
contract.
Dodgers are boat racing the division.
That contract is almost the same price as your team salary.
Thank
Stop
you.
talking.
All right, listen.
But
I'm in the
speaking
league.
of that
I'm
big
not gonna say
contract,
nothing.
Those 2 big contracts, who did not make it to the All-Star game this year?
Yep.
Bryce, yeah.
Bryce or Machado.
Trout and Arenado were there. There's another $500 million.
That is a lot of money. My
You're
goodness.
worth what you're paid.
Hey, if
So
you're out
Angels
there,
got a
kids, play
chance.
baseball.
Dodgers got a chance. Shanky's got a chance.
Houston
Boston Red Sox are
Astros.
picking it up. Red
Houston
Sox are
Astros.
good. Twins are on fire.
Oh, that'll stop.
Yeah, that's an interesting subject because no one really picked the Twins at the beginning of the season. Now they are
They don't
in
usually
front
do
by
well in
5.5
the summer.
games.
They were ahead by 12 in the last month. We've caught up
Yep.
that fast. People say that the cream rises to the top. The Indians will pass the Twins.
Is that hype or no hype?
That's legit. Look at their team. Look at their base.
It's
Bieber was
too
the
high.
5th starter. Bieber
Right.
was the 5th
when I did
starter.
play fantasy baseball, my pitchers all with Cleveland guys, and I believe that-
Bieber would be the number
yeah.
2 starter in San
Yeah.
Diego. Just saying.
That's the
As
depth
we beat
of
the
the
Dodgers.
tribe.
Is that hype or no
Somebody-
hype?
so much
Bieber will be
hype
the
right
second,
now.
the second pitcher.
He would be the number 2.
In 2 years, he'll be an ace.
Him and Paddock.
Hey, shouts out to Chris. He said he's
Paddock,
listening
1-2.
live right now. Shouts out to Chris.
Yes, sir. Hey guys, coming up next, Patrick is going to be giving us Baseball is Life. We're going to have some Patrickisms. Maybe we'll talk some extra superhero talk if we want. James is chomping at the bit. I know he wants to talk about Cleveland a little bit and the whole state of all the majors. Stay tuned. You're in the No Hype Zone.
All hype all the time.
I have no teasers, man. I'm like,
Yeah, because it's all baseball.
You don't
right?
need
So
teasers
that's
though.
the- yeah,
You don't need
today was all
teasers when it's
baseball
good.
and
You
the
need
All-Star.
teasers when you don't have it.
Because you can just roll out to, hey, whatever. You can really just say whatever. You
Yeah.
don't have to have. I mean, it's nice if you have a segment like with Dennis. That was cool. Hey, come
Local
in.
guy.
Yeah.
Awesome,
yeah.
dude.
I
That
forgot to
was
mention that he is a
cool.
local guy, man. Damn it.
Who was his local guy?
You're talking
Dennis
about
is-
him going to Atlas, training at Atlas. It was,
Yeah,
it was
local
understood.
people will get it.
Right.
It was understood.
I wanted to
Chandler High
ask
School
him.
signed with Rosenhaus Sports.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him what his thought was on the city and how it represented the All-Star game because.
Oh, please, I thought it was
yeah,
great.
I know,
I thought it was
but I
awesome.
wanted to. Yeah.
Awesome. Cleveland.
I was trying. That was my last
I know,
question.
I'm
before we
sorry.
began. It's all
Sure,
good.
sure.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
good.
I don't want to keep him,
Hey,
you know.
I can ask him that again.
It's true. That's true. Like, he will be on again.
Oh,
I
trust
think,
me,
I
definitely
think you
will be on
should.
again.
I think you should start the segment off talking about Cleveland and how how
Second
beautiful
half
the city
team.
was, and
Yeah.
how they hosted and all that. You from that area,
Okay.
so yeah, go ahead and hit them up, and then.
Well,
go
when I
back
come
to
back in,
Patrickism.
Let's do Patrick's baseballisms and all that. Yeah.
And I'll lead you into
And then
Cleveland.
we'll do it in the baseball.
Yeah.
Second half, we'll
Yeah.
start it, talk, and then I can talk
Yeah.
about the tribe. Yeah.
Breezes into Cleveland.
so how
second
do you
half.
want me to do it? Be like, hey, so next we've got Patrick is just going to, but I got to prompt you,
We're
right?
always talking about baseball as we walk through the gym, and Patrick's like, "This is the way it works."
Tracy said,
This is how it is.
You said
If you had to close your eyes and picture a guy that looks like he plays baseball,
Wallflower just
Pretty
did
much.
it's
up
this
right
dude
now.
right here. Look at it. He's got baseball forearms. He's got the glasses.
It does look like
Hey, don't
Popeye.
mess with the
He's like
goggles.
Popeye with-
You know what I'm saying? He's got
Popeye.
the
It is
nasty. He
baseball.
looks like a relief pitcher.
Big nose means he
But,
can hit.
but, so how do you want me to prompt you? Or do you want to just,
Yeah, you do good, man.
want me to just go, Patrick, go? But then last time we did that, I was like,
He's the American
Talk about
Shoshone.
Atlas again
all right,
when we're training,
okay.
bringing it.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, hey, so our day job, which I would say, hey, our day job is working over at Atlas.
Oh man, I lost almost 30 pounds.
Because you can see it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Face, 100%.
Really?
Because I don't see him all the time.
I see him every
I saw
day.
you the first day, and now this day, like you got a chin, dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I don't have a chin. That's
He's
why I
been
can't
killing
look
it.
at
He's
He's
T.
been
So
killing it.
you
Working
look,
hard.
you look like you've lost weight.
Working
brother.
hard.
Looks good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I've been trying.
As long as they make fun of the Dodgers, he keeps running.
Look at that.
I'm trying to get in that league. I'm trying to play with Westbrook, man. I'll be the oldest cat drafted. Period. I'm waiting on that.
You just got to be that dude that
See,
gets
it's
a
not even
good
my notes
seat
once.
at a Suns game, and then you walk out and just start shooting.
I'm always at a good seat.
You
at
make
the
4 in a
Suns game
row,
when
they let
Westbrook
you sit
said-
on the bench.
Do you see the pictures? You know, look at my Instagram. I'm right there when Russell was shooting the shot. My wife is coming in the house.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
right there. I'm waiting. Hey, Nike, I need an agent to get me to get in the NBA. My
much
jump
time?
shot is still
Rosenhaus
fire.
Sports.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
I know a
I
guy.
need Dennis. Dennis, I need you
I
to
don't
get
know
me
a guy,
some
but I've
wins.
talked to a guy.
I'm good for at least. I'm
I might
going
get to
7
know
for
of a
10.
guy.
Yeah.
7 for 10. My
Like I
jump shot
said.
get wet.
Do you know what our goals are? Spring training next year to have press passes to be interviewing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, before this all started, I started calling the PR departments. Hey, I'm blah blah blah. I'm trying to
With
get
the
a
high
meeting.
school,
Yeah,
the high school.
We're going to do it with high school.
High
Yeah.
school,
We're in high school.
ASU, get that going.
Yep.
So y'all hearing this live. Remember, we live. So y'all
Yeah.
speak to the camera. Hey,
Brooklyn.
Pizza.
Pizza.
most deaf.
Most
You
definitely.
gotta stay
not
away
good.
from that pizza,
Stay away from that piece.
especially when you're talking to Lance, myself, and Patrick, because we all work at a training facility.
Y'all know I eat that good food. Thank you to my
Leave
wife.
all the pizza to
Fans
me.
banging on the window.
I don't work out with y'all.
Yeah.
Not yet.
You should see my snacks. My bag is like legit. My wife hooks it up.
Tracy, can you hook me up too, please?
No.
Come on, man. Thanks for listening in. We are in, or you are in the No Hype Zone. This is our last segment here. Our day job for Lance, myself, and Patrick, we are trainers over at Atlas Performance Training, which is a training facility down in Chandler, Arizona. We have years of industry-leading experience to guide you along your journey to the new you. We can help you achieve your goals. The time is now. Give us a call or visit our Instagram page at Atlas Performance Training. With that being said, how this whole thing got started was Lance and I were water cooler guys. We would talk, sports all the time. And then Patrick, over here to my right, whenever I would talk with him, he's like, baseball,
Yell at them from afar, close.
baseball is life.
We don't talk enough about baseball.
That's his mantra.
Yep. I
So,
hate the Dodgers. That's Patrick.
It's not that I hate the Dodgers, it's just that I love the Padres, and you happen to be a Dodgers fan. Therefore, they're on my least likely team to be favored for.
I
that day.
question that fandom of the Dodgers. I don't know why.
Hey man, listen.
He's actually a Cubs fan. He just
No,
likes the
no.
Dodgers
I
because
applied to be
I
a
like the
Dodger
Padres.
butt boy when I was almost 8 years old, 9 years old. I tried to do it.
are you
My
serious?
yes, I'm serious. I lived.
That's why you
in,
went to basketball?
I played basketball.
Brooklyn Dodgers?
No, the LA Dodgers. My grandfather
Oh,
was
man.
a Dodgers fan, and that's where we went. And we came to town in the summertime. We
There
would
you
see
go.
the Cubs playing the Dodgers. My father screaming and yelling
Steve
at the
Garvey.
Cubs. My grandfather's having a good time. At that point in time, I wanted to take emotion out of it and just enjoy the Dodgers. However, the Dodgers is making me feel like a Cub fan because we get to the World Series and we drop the ball. So at
But
this,
the Cubs just won.
Don't
Cub-
remind
the,
me.
The Cubs just won
You
against
too, man.
Cleveland.
Put me in a bad mood the rest of the
Mhm.
evening.
But
Sorry, man.
and
Those years ago, it still hurts.
yeah. But I need the Dodgers to win now. Spending all that money right now, we need to show it.
Did you see those Cleveland fans at the All-Star game booing Chapman?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's how it's supposed to be.
See them chandeliers in
He
the
Yeah,
air?
smiled.
yeah.
Yeah, you saw
Don't
them earrings.
Boo.
Chandeliers
Listen to me.
in the air.
Listen to me. Don't boo players you do not like. Just don't cheer, don't talk, don't anything. Get quiet.
I love it.
Nothing riles up an opposing team when you show up and the fans boo you.
Talk
That
to me.
means you are the best player that
Talk
they
to me.
hate.
Talk to me.
Do not boo them. Shut up. San Diego, they used to throw syringes at Barry Bonds. It was absolutely hilarious. But he loved it. It hyped him up. He'd hit 3 bombs against us every
Yep,
game. Go
yep.
look at the stats. It wasn't fun.
Yep.
But anyway, baseball is life. You got to understand this, people. Everybody's making things complicated. Everything's making things. I know there's stress. I know there's life. I know you got to deal with stuff. There's always stuff going on, but you got to realize that's the way baseball works. You're only going to do well a couple of times here and there. You got to enjoy the success while you have it. Like Dennis said, you're going to work and work and work, and you don't get seen. You don't get much. You make it to the show, you still don't get paid. But guess what? All of a sudden somebody gets hurt, or a pitcher pitches too many innings, you get your chance. You get into that All-Star game, you strike out 3 guys in a row, you get the MVP, you get a truck, you get paid, you get noticed, you get seen. This is how Instagram works too. But what I got to do is say, hey, take it like he said, 1 step at a time. You got to walk it off every day like that's your last. That's all you got. So when you show up at the gym, give it everything you got. When you show up at the radio station, give it everything you got. When you're working for your sponsors, your students, your kids, your family, it's easy to work for what you got. But when you break it down to baseball is life, you're going to fail. You're going to get kicked in the face. You're going to break knees. Everything's going to go wrong, and nobody gets to see it. Nobody cares until you strike out 3 guys in a row. You don't have to be famous for your family to love you. You just got to work your butt off. So
right.
Keep working, keep coming, and keep doing it. Don't give up. There's no reason to. Keep working your butt off. Think about the second half of baseball coming up. You got to understand there's certain teams that are going to lose guys. There's certain teams that are going to pick up guys. Don't start hating on my team because we're not good yet. Because we're $100 million
It's a fire
behind
sale
you
on
in a
that.
payroll,
I gotta
and
be
we're not
personal.
supposed to be good until
I'm just
2020,
sitting over here,
even
man.
though we're only 14 and a half
Listen,
back.
don't
And I
need
say
this
that
smoke right
because
now.
that's not much for the Dodgers. They lose 10 in a row
There's a
blinking.
bodyguard in the studio. I feel threatened right now. I mean, he's looking at me. He got fire in his eyes right now. This is unnecessary. I grew up in
He
Chicago.
said
and
the
LA.
wrong word.
I'm
He
in-
said Doyers.
in
Don't pronounce the
Arizona
G.
now. I don't need this heat. Right
How about
now.
we go back to Cleveland? That sounds better in the second half. I think they got something coming.
All right, well, let's
I would
go.
agree with that. I mean, if you look at their team, look at their pitching staff. I mean, let's go back to Bieber. He started out as the 5. The 5. Now he's the 3 because what? Kluber, 2-time Cy Young winner, out. Carrasco, as we saw in the
Carrasco.
All-Star game with the leukemia and everything,
Yep.
he's back to baseball activities. He will be back.
But that's life.
That is life.
Yeah.
Baseball's life.
He's
Every
shelved for a
single
little
day.
while.
Every single day. And to see that team rally around him like that,
Keep
in the
grinding.
city, and to acknowledge him like that just shows that we represented baseball the right way. The city, the fans, the team, which, in '97 when we hosted the All-Star game, we went to the World Series. I'm just saying.
Cleveland rocks.
So let me say this. I think baseball, and I was telling you guys this on the way in, baseball is back on the rise. It's fun to watch. Like I said, as a casual fan, I enjoyed it when we was going into the 2000s, or 98, 99. I'm a casual fan. I'm not a guy who sits around there and watch baseball as much as basketball. So that's why I say that. I know, listen, hater over there, I hear you whispering, okay? You can't talk into the mic. I can hear you, all right?
Go ahead.
But to be honest with you, the home runs, the pitching, the
It's hot,
backflips,
man.
the,
Yeah.
the conversations going on between the players,
The youth
the
movement.
youth movement, everything Dennis was just saying. I mean, baseball is back on the rise, and we need that. We need that because when basketball falls off, it gets dry for a little while. And I enjoy watching the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but I've been watching baseball since the start of the season. Got me into the home run derby, like you guys said, was
What
outstanding.
happens when you
All-star.
work with me? Becomes
Well,
contagious, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, but the Padres won't be contagious. I'm going to tell you that
telling
right
you.
now. Okay,
I'm
I
tell-
got
you can't.
spray
You
for
can't
that,
not
okay?
like them. You can't not like
listen,
them. You
I
cannot
can't-
like Manny
I
Machado, but
can't-
you watch Fernando Tatis and you're gonna get excited.
I appreciate
You're
it.
gonna be on fire.
I appreciate him. I
I'm telling
appreciate
you.
him.
I'm telling you, because you ain't watched him yet.
I
Because you
did.
watching the Doyers.
I watched a little bit of everybody.
Ridiculous.
You know
He
what?
doesn't- He doesn't watch
You know who
any
else
of
I
them.
like?
He's a
I like the
casual fan.
Pittsburgh Pirates. I like Bell over
Yes,
there.
sir.
Bell is banging it out
Yes,
left
sir.
and right.
He's
Some of
He's
his
hot.
team.
You know, he's
Changed his swing up, minor details of what he did to his swing and how he lets his hands
Right.
go and what he's picking on the pitch, and boom, lights out. 84 RBIs.
It's ridiculous.
So
Whoa.
again, I'm not a bias. I'm a sports fan. I love all teams. I love all players. I may have a preference for certain teams.
He loves the Padres. You heard it here first.
See, I can't wait till we get off this show. 'Cause me and Patrick will have a nice
you
little
Thank you. He
conversation.
drove.
You've taken so much heat these
I
past
can't
2
take
years,
it, man. I'm just human.
Oh, I want to hear more about Cleveland. I want to hear more about Bieber. I want to hear more about statistics. I want to hear this.
Well, I can tell you this: 5.5 games back to the Twins, who nobody thought was going to be here.
There you
Look
go.
at the pitching staff. Do we need another bat? Absolutely. We're playing small ball. We don't have the best outfield, but we've got pitching. We've got heart. We've got that inside. You see, from 3 to 2, from Jose to Frankie to Kipnis to Santana. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And those are the types
Middle
of teams that can get
market teams.
So let's go hype.
Middle
no hype
market.
then. Hype, no hype on your Cleveland team.
hot. Hype. We're winning. We'll come back, win our division. We'll make it to the ALCS.
No hype.
No hype. Another pitcher gets injured. We fall short. Don't make the playoffs. And we're scratching our heads going, what did we do?
Padres, hype, no hype.
Padres have a possibility, hype, of making that wild card. No hype, they shouldn't even be there. They shouldn't be where they're at right now. They should be 10 games back for third place. They should be way under 500. We're 500 right now. That's ball game.
Red Sox, hype, no hype.
Well, people don't know this, but I'm a Red Sox fan. I've not made that very public just yet. But yes, I'm a Red Sox nerd. Won it last year. We've got a little bit of a hangover. Our bats aren't quite awake yet. They're just coming back. We're 9 games back. Miss the playoffs. And that is no hype, everybody. No hype.
They probably pull a wild card. And then your Doyers,
My no hype. I need
they're
Kershaw.
already
I
in the
need Kershaw
playoffs, just
to.
statistically, just so you know.
I know, but I need Kershaw to pull us through. You know, everybody needs.
He's got to come out of it,
right.
right?
We
At
need
some
some
point in
people who's
time.
been there and won it before. So no hype. I'm nervous because we've been here before. We've always been a good team, and no hype.
Jansen's not looking
And,
so good.
and things
Couple
happen.
pitchers.
Things happen when teams get hot. My father used to say it all the time. It's not about the team that's winning throughout the regular season. It's the team that's hot going into the playoffs. So no hype.
Money.
Anything can happen going into the playoffs. Hype-wise, of course, I want to see it happen. But no hype. This is Dodgers I'm talking about. Last year, you
Yeah.
Darvish let me down in Game
NL West
7.
is tough, man.
So it's a lot. So
Fair enough. Hey guys, this is the end of the show here. We got a minute left. I hate to see you guys go. We have to wait until next week for our next show. Speaking of next week, James, are you
Yes,
available
sir.
next week?
Yeah. Can I be on the call-in?
no, you could be in the studio.
We want you here because we want to do our conspiracy theory show.
Oh man.
Yes. Like this is your baby right here, man. We've been
Oh,
talking,
yeah,
we've been
sports
hyping this up for a
conspiracies.
long time. Yes.
All conspiracies.
We're
Get your
gonna do
tinfoil hats on, people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, an all conspiracy show. If you have a sports conspiracy out there, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Instagram at the No Hype Zone. That's KNOW. We have a whole list that we want to talk about. Appreciate everyone coming out. Dennis, thanks for giving us a call. Patrick and your Patrick-isms.
Always remember, a
thanks for
coach
coming
has
out.
failed more times than a player has tried.
That is true. Thanks for everybody. True tankless water heater. Love it, guys. See you next week
Have a good one.
in the No Hype Zone.
Money.
I'm saying plug YouTube too.
I have it written down too.
cool.
And that's a wrap. God,
And
that
that's
goes so fast.
What's up?
Doesn't
Right
that
here.
go super quick? God. Thanks, guys.
And that's what's up.
And that's what's up.